What's up, y'all? We back. We are going to do the alternate endings this time around for Maternal Instincts. So, all endings start from just after V and Leah are reunited in the basement, unless otherwise stated. When you click on an ending, you'll get a brief description before you choose to read it. Okay. Let's do ending one. Let's just start with ending one. Okay, in this ending, both Leah and V stay alive. That's the one I wanted. You would have earned enough survival points and enough rescue points. Is this the ending you want to read? Yes. I swear I had enough survival points, y'all. I swear I did. Oh my god. Okay, y'all, let's do it. Leah said, I love you so much, V. I can't tell you how worried I've been. V said, I love you too, Mama. I'm so sorry. I said, no, don't apologize. None of this is your fault. She said, but if I hadn't dated Aiden, I said, you can't blame yourself, girl. You had no way of knowing things would turn out like this. She said, but you never liked Aiden. I should have listened to you. I said, no, you shouldn't have. You're a smart girl, V. You're capable of making your own decisions. Sure, you may make mistakes, but that's a part of growing up. That's how you learn. And I think it's important that you trust your instincts, no matter where they take you. You opened yourself up to Aiden because you're trusting and you have a big heart that wants to love. You forgave him time after time because you like to see the best in people. Those aren't bad traits to have. V said, I guess you're right. Okay, here go gunshots, y'all. I think I heard a scream. That sounded like Jordan. V said, who's Jordan? Jordan is my man, girl. V said, I wonder what's going on. Okay. Somebody coming. Okay, is this still Aiden? Please be Jordan. Okay. Okay, no, it's Aiden. Well, isn't this sweet? It's a family reunion. I'm sorry, V, but your mom has never approved of our relationship. She's always gotten in the way. Okay. So unfortunately, I need to kill her. Okay. V said, I have to do something. Maybe I can defuse the situation. Aiden, please put the gun down. Aiden said, why should I, V? Your mom has never approved of us. She's always going to stand in the way of our relationship. V said, that's not true, Aiden. I know my mom. Once she realizes that being with you is what I want, I know she'll be accepting. Okay, I got enough survival points this time, y'all. Aiden said, wait, did you say you want to be with me? V said, yes, Aiden. I know I was resistant at first, but now I know that you're the one for me. I know it might shock my mom at first, but I know she'll come to accept it. I'd like her to be a part of my life. Our lives. I know you didn't have the best family life growing up, Aiden, but it's not too late to change that. Just think, Aiden, you and I and my mom, a happy family. Aiden said, that does sound good. How do I know I can trust you, Leah? How do I know you won't just try to break us up again when we least expect it? I said, Aiden, V means everything to me. I'll do anything to make her happy. And if being with you is what truly makes her happy, then you both have my blessing. Aiden said, maybe V's right. My own mother was very absent in my life ever since my dad left. It'd be nice to have a mother figure in my life. He said, well, in that case, as long as V wants you in her life and you don't try to break us up, I'd like that. Okay, y'all. Jordan, get up. Jordan said, I have to get up. I gotta help Leah. Although Aiden only managed to hit me in the shoulder, he'd hit me on the head with his gun. Okay, y'all, listen. I'm about to just start, like, breezing through this because we already, like, seen all of this, right? So I just want to see, like, what's different from all of these things. So I'll read what's different, but I'll, like, skip through the rest of it. All right. Aiden says, so Leah, since you're going to be a part of our family, you're welcome to come across the border with us. Otherwise, once we're set up, we'll contact you and you can come visit whenever you'd like. V said, do we still need to do that, Aiden? Maybe Mom and I can speak to the cops. I said, yeah, we'll explain that this was all a big misunderstanding. V said, then we won't need to leave after all. Aiden said, sorry, girl, can't risk it. Besides, I think the change will be good for us. It'll be like having a fresh start, a clean slate. I'm really looking forward to building our new lives together. Look at him having a conversation like, making plans like you ain't kidnapped me for the past 3 days, Aiden. Okay, I hear footsteps approaching, but Aiden seems so wrapped up in his fantasy, right, that he don't even seem to hear him. I hope it's one of the officers and not one of Aiden's friends. Okay, it's Jordan. Okay. Okay, they're gonna start fighting, y'all. Okay, here go Naomi and Phil. Need a hand? Yeah. It's over, Aiden. You surrounded. Come with us. Okay, look at Aiden. Everybody I love leaves me. It's not fair. Yada yada. I ain't gonna let somebody I love be taken away. Alright, Aiden, come on now. What you gonna do? If I can't have her, no one can. V, I promise you we'll be together soon. Okay, so now what? Okay, over my dead body. I got enough rescue points to react in time. Y'all, over my dead body. Okay, the second Aiden turns to point that gun at V, instincts kick in. I grab my gun and shoot Aiden before he has a chance to pull the trigger. Okay, you ain't had that instinct okay, it's fine. It's fine. Jordan said, Leah, that was amazing. That all happened so fast. I don't know how you managed to react in time. I said, yeah, my baby's life was in danger. I saw the gun pointing at her and I reacted. I guess you never know what you're capable of until you're put under pressure. Jordan said, well, your instincts have likely saved your daughter. B said, that was amazing, mama. But is Aiden... I hope that man dead. Please let him be dead. Bill said, he's still alive, but he's losing a lot of blood. We'll have to take him to the hospital. But don't worry, he'll be heavily guarded. Jordan said, did you get a chance to check on Juan on your way in? Yeah, he unconscious. We know about Juan. We already contacted them, yada yada. We'll take him straight to the hospital. Okay. We need a hand. Nah, y'all be fine. Alright. Yada yada. Y'all, if y'all didn't see this stuff, like, go watch the last episode. You should have been watching the last episode anyway, but if you haven't seen all of this, like, this is most of the same thing from the last episode. He bleeding so much, yada yada. They're gonna pick up Aiden and lift him out. Okay, as Naomi and Phil leave, I practically run over to where Leah and V are standing. The reality of the situation has just started kicking in. It's over. Leah has her daughter back. I said, thank you, Jordan. Thank you for everything. I never would have found V if it wasn't for you. He said, I was just doing my job. Not entirely true. Every case is important to me, but this one felt more personal. I haven't just been doing this as a part of my job. I've also been doing this for Leah. I said, it feels good being in Jordan's arms. Safe. Reassuring. I bury my head into his chest and feel instantly comforted as he wraps his arms around me. We stay like this for a few minutes until I can remember where we are, and reluctantly pull away. Okay, you should really go to the hospital. Your shoulder is bleeding quite a lot. He said, it's not that bad, I promise. But you're right. Also, I think it's a good idea that V gets looked at too. V said, I'm fine, really. Jordan said, it's best you get checked anyway, just in case. Okay. Come on, let's get out of here. Okay. Y'all, I want the romance ending. So I should have picked the romance ending. The doctor said, all right, V, everything looks good. Look at Leah standing there, y'all. She wasn't standing there in the last one. All your vitals are normal, yada yada. I know you're not from around here. We'll get that information sent to your doctor. Thank you, doctor. Okay, did Aiden... No, Aiden didn't do nothing else to her. He didn't assault her. Thank God. Okay, finished with testing. You can leave. Okay, thank you, doctor. Okay, who are these people? Oh, these just random. Okay. Okay, y'all. I said, how you feeling? V said, I'm fine, mama. Really. I'm tired and a bit hungry. But apart from that, I'm fine. I said, V, you just went through a lot. If you need anything, just let me know. It might be a good idea for you to talk to a professional. V said, I think I'll be okay for now. But I think if I need to, I promise I will. Okay, look at Jordan, y'all. Jordan said, hey, how did it go? Okay, good. Doctor checked everything. He said V's fine to leave. How's your shoulder? Jordan said, the bullet wound isn't really that deep. I've been bandaged up and given some mild painkillers, but I'll be fine. I've also been given the all clear to leave. I said, then we should probably get out of here. V could really use some rest. Jordan said, you're right. It's quite late now, so I don't think we should drive back to LA tonight. We'll find a motel to stay at tonight. I'll drop you two off, then I need to go to the local station and update Chief from there. We can drive back first thing tomorrow. V said, I can't wait to sleep in a real bed. I said, you mentioned you were hungry earlier. Once we check in, how about we order some pizza? V said, that'd be great. Okay, what are we waiting for? Let's get out of here. Look at us being together happily ever after. Okay, look at this motel, y'all. Okay, here we are. I'm sorry, it's not exactly the nicest place. Okay, it's fine. It's just for the night. Anything would be better than being tied to a chair in a rundown warehouse, right? Jordan said, my room is right next to this one. I have to go to the station now, but I won't be there too long. Here, Leah, the guy at the check-in desk gave me the number to a local pizza place. Okay, perfect. He said, alright, I really have to get going. Make yourselves comfortable, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of catching up to do. I'll check in with you both when I get back. Okay. Can't believe it's all over. I can only imagine what Aiden put you through. I'm sorry I couldn't find you sooner. V said, it's alright, Mama. I know you did everything you could. The main thing is that you found me. When did you realize I was missing? I said, when I didn't hear from you an hour after you landed, I knew something was wrong. I knew you wouldn't leave me hanging. The very next day, I was on a plane to LA, period. V said, not every parent would do that. They wouldn't. I'm sure some wouldn't even realize their kids were missing. Right, like your friend. I really am lucky to have my mom. I love you so much, Mom. I know I complain all the time about you being overprotective, but I know that's only because you care. I really am so lucky and grateful that you're my mom. I said, I love you, V. I'd do anything for you. You know that. She said, I know. Okay, why don't you go have a shower and get cleaned up? I'll order the pizza. Look at that. Got my baby back, y'all. And she hugged me. V walks off, but that small gesture has left a giant smile on my face. It feels so amazing to have my baby back. Surreal, actually. It almost feels like a dream, like I need to pinch myself. The nightmare I've been living in for the past few days is finally over. Okay, look at us eating pizza, y'all. This pizza is delicious. I said, did you get much food while you were kidnapped? You definitely seem to have lost weight. She said, a little. Not enough, though. I think Aiden was trying to keep my strength low on purpose. Yeah, he was. Then eat as much as you want, girl. She said, I will. Okay. Okay, who that? Jordan. That must be Jordan. I'll go let him in. Is it Jordan? Why that? Y'all. That toilet. It was a lamp on that toilet. Why is the toilet in the bed? Okay, it's fine. Oh, God. Did y'all see that? Am I tripping? How did everything go, Jordan? He said, alright, I guess. Eric's in critical condition. He lost a lot of blood. The doctors think he should be okay, but he's currently unconscious. Juan's regained consciousness, but the doctors would like to keep him overnight. We were lucky, though. No one else was critically injured. Aiden's 2 accomplices have been discharged from the hospital and taken to the station. Aiden's still in the hospital. He's unconscious but stable. You got quite a good shot, Leah. Okay, I wish I'd have killed him, listen. After what he did to my daughter, period. He said, don't worry, he'll still get what he deserves. Aiden's going away for a long time. That reminds me. Some other officers went by and searched the place after we left. They found V's suitcase. V said, I was thinking I'd have to stay in these clothes all night and tomorrow. Jordan said, Leah, one of the female cops from the local station is around your size. She gave me some clothes for you to borrow. Okay, thank you. Jordan said, V, I'm pretty sure you're exhausted right now. I have some questions for you, but they can wait till we get back to LA. V said, thank you. I am pretty exhausted. But I do have one question for you if that's okay. He said, of course. She said, Jocelyn, is she? Jordan said, girl, we found her body a couple days ago. She been dead. Her parents have already flown to LA to collect the body. I said, I'm sorry, girl. Sorry about your friend, sis. V said, honestly, I already knew. Aiden told me. I just needed to know it was true. Jordan said, I should go to my room. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna kiss Jordan on the cheek. That's my man, y'all. Look. That's my man. B said, Mom and that cop look very close. They are. Wonder if something going on between them. Okay, thank you again for everything, Jordan. We'll see you tomorrow. Jordan said, sleep well, both of you. Okay. Come on, V, let's get some rest. I know you need it. Right. Okay. Y'all, look at that toilet next to B next to the bed. Okay, that was the best sleep I had in nearly a week. It was so reassuring knowing that V is just a couple meters away. Y'all. She looks so peaceful. Seeing her now, having her back, I feel complete again. Get up, V. Why she rolling out? Why she sliding off the bed like that? Oh. God. Oh, Lord. Good morning, Mama. Hey, girl. Did you sleep well? She said yes, but it feels like I could have slept a lot longer. I said, once we get back to LA, you can sleep as long as you like, girl. Okay, who that? That Jordan. Okay, this Jordan. He wants to know if we're awake and wanting breakfast. He said, I'm barely awake, but I'm definitely hungry. Okay. I'll let him know we'll be ready in about 20 minutes. Okay, I guess I'll get ready. I'm glad the cops found my suitcase. I said, I guess I should try on the clothes that Jordan gave me. She said, you can always wear something of mine. Okay, girl, I'll pass. Talk about money dressed as a lamb. Don't be silly, mama. You're not that old, and you look fantastic. Okay, thanks for the backhanded compliment, right. V said it was a compliment, and I get a feeling that a certain officer thinks you're pretty special. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about though, sis. She said, please, you could cut the sexual tension with a knife. It looks like the two of you got pretty close these past few days. Okay, there is something there, girl. That's my man. I almost forgot how perceptive you are. I've been ignoring my feelings because I had more important things to worry about. It also felt wrong to be falling for someone while you were missing. But I can't deny that there's something there. B said, I knew it. And don't feel guilty, Mom. Love doesn't always find us at the most opportune times. Okay, there go my daughter, the future psychologist. She says, so what are you going to do? You have to tell him. I'm sure he feels the same way. Look, I don't know, girl. It's difficult. We live on opposite sides of the country. It probably would never work. She said, it sounds like you making excuses. I'm sure you two could make it work if you wanted to. I said, we'll see. Now come on, we better get ready. Jordan will be here any minute. Okay. Not the episode cafe. Okay, we heading back to LA now. Jordan said, yes, I spoke to the local chief this morning. Everything seems to be tied up here. Eric will have to stay in the hospital for a few more days. Juan should be discharged this afternoon, so Naomi's waiting for him. Then they'll drive back together. V said, did you hear anything about Aiden? Jordan said, yes. He's conscious but will be kept here in the hospital for a couple more days. Once he's discharged, he'll be transported back to Los Angeles where he'll be sentenced. I said, I hope he goes away for a long time. Jordan said, don't worry. I think we have more than enough to put him away for life. Now, if you both are done eating, we should probably head off. I'd like to get to LA before peak hour traffic. V said, sounds good. The sooner we get back, the sooner I can go to bed. Okay, we ready. Y'all, I was crying. I was literally crying during the last episode. Like, the ending that we got. So, this is so much better. This is such a better ending. I feel so much better during reading this story than I did the last one. The receptionist said, hi, how can I help you today? We here to see Jordan. She said, yes, of course. Leah, right? Yeah. Okay. Jordan. Cuckoo. Leah here. Okay. Yeah, we skipping through this a little bit. Okay. Jordan said, hey, Leah. Hey, V. Glad you could make it. Okay. Sorry I wasn't able to catch up with you guys yesterday. I had a lot of work to do here, and then the kids insisted on family time last night. I forgot you had a family, Jordan. Because you've been with us for a week straight now. Jordan said they were starting to feel like they'd never see me anymore. And they were right. They were right. That's completely understandable. Jordan said, anyway, I asked you both to come here today as there's a couple things I wanted to talk to you about. Please follow me. Okay. I said, so what do you need to talk to us about? He said, well, first I wanted to ask you about that text message you sent me yesterday. Are you really flying home tomorrow? Yeah, I need to go back to work and I wanted to get V home. He said, I understand. It just feels so sudden. I said, I'm sorry, Jordan. I wanted to stay a few days longer, but this is the only flight available within the next week. Jordan said, that's alright, but I hope at the very least you'll let me take you out for your last night. I said, I don't know. V said, V is fine with it. Go, mama. I'm gonna be fine. Seriously. Okay, well, in that case, I'd love to. He said, great. Okay, y'all got me a date? Okay, the second thing I want to talk to you both about is a bit more serious. Aiden got discharged from the hospital yesterday afternoon. He's already in a cell here in Los Angeles and is awaiting a trial. Before you leave, I wanted to know if you'd like to see him, V. V said, I don't know. He said, it's completely up to you. You definitely don't need to if you don't want to. Might give you some closure. Okay, V gon' Let her. Okay. I said, it's your choice, V, but whatever you decide, I'll be right behind you. Okay, she want to visit Aiden. Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. Jordan will be here any moment. You're free to walk away whenever you want. Okay, V said thank you. Okay. If you having doubts, you can change your mind, sis. She said, no, I want to do this. Okay, we'll be right outside. Okay, I think this gonna be the same thing, y'all. This gonna be the same thing, so I'm just gonna skip through all of this. Okay. Aiden, I don't care about you. Everything I did was for us, yada yada. Okay. It's the same thing. She just didn't talk about him killing her mom because he didn't do that. Okay. He was in love with the idea of her. We know that from the last episode, y'all. Okay. You don't love me. You don't love me, Aiden. Bye, Aiden. Bye forever. Okay, y'all. This new. Oh, this my date, y'all. I said thanks again for dinner. He said it was my pleasure. I figured you shouldn't leave LA without having at least one night out in Hollywood. And what better way to end the night than behind the Hollywood sign? I said it's beautiful up here. Thank you, Jordan, for everything. Jordan, why you got your gun in your hand? I couldn't have made it through these last few days without all your support. He said, Leah, you're one of the strongest people I've ever met. No matter what, you would have made it through. But I'm happy that I was able to be here for you. Okay. Jordan, get your gun out your hand. Leah, over the past few days, I really felt a connection between us. I didn't want to bring it up as it always felt inappropriate. But now that you're leaving tomorrow, I can't hold back. Leah, I really like you and I'd like to see where things could go between us. I know you live on the other side of the country, but V will be going to school soon. I realize it seems a lot to ask, especially as we barely know each other, but I really like it if you moved here and gave us a shot. What you mean, move here? Why can't you move to Rochester, Jordan? Okay. I'm gonna be with Jordan, y'all, because I want the romance ending. Okay, you're right. We barely do know each other. But I'd really like to get to know you better. I'd like to give us a shot. That's my man, y'all. After all, you only live once, period. YOLO. He said, I'm so happy to hear you say that, Leah. We don't need to rush anything. You can move here whenever you're ready. But I can't wait to see where this could go. I really like you, Leah. I really like you too, Jordan, even though you got that gun in your hand. Jordan walks over to me and takes my hand in his. I look up into his eyes and I can't help but smile. This feels right. Okay, get that gun out of your hand before you kiss me, Jordan. Sometimes the best things happen when you least expect it. I came to LA looking for my daughter, and not only did I find her, I may have also found love. Of course, it's too early to know where things with Jordan will go, but I can't wait to find out. Okay, 6 months later, y'all, connecting to V. Hey, girl. Good morning, boo. She said, good morning, mama. Sorry to wake you so early. I forgot about the 3-hour time difference when I planned this. I said, don't be silly. I always have time for you. So how's college been going? I can't believe you've been there for nearly 4 months now. She said, honestly, it's still hard being here without Jocelyn. We'd always planned on going to college together. But apart from that, it's going all right. No real change from when I spoke to you last week. But I do love my classes. Psychology was definitely the right choice. I said, I could have told you that. So anything else? Boys, maybe? She said, Mom, boys are at the bottom of my priority list right now. Honestly, I think it's going to take me a while to feel ready to trust someone again. But I'm not in a rush anyway. I have plenty of time to worry about boys. For now, I just want to focus on my education. I said, as a mother, that makes me so happy to hear. She said, anyway, speaking of education, I should really get going. I have a lecture in 10 minutes. I said, all right, have fun. I'll speak to you soon. She said, bye, Mom. Oh, and say hi to Jordan for me. I love you. Okay, I love you too, boo. All right, y'all, that's my baby. Got my baby back. I really miss V, but I'm glad that despite everything, she's living her own life. She seems reasonably happy, considering. I'm happy too. Got my man. It was hard at first saying goodbye to my baby, especially after what happened recently. Fortunately, I have the best support system. Look at my man coming out the shower, y'all. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning. Y'all, that's my man. I moved in with Jordan nearly 4 months ago when V went off to college. Things between us have been better than I could have imagined. While V being kidnapped will probably always be the worst event of my life, at least I found a silver lining. Jordan said, "How's V?" I said, "She's good. She says hi." He said, "I wish I could have popped in to say hi, but I have to get to the station early today." I said, "That's alright." He said, "I'm sorry I've been working so much recently. It's so busy at the moment." I said, "It's okay. I completely understand. When I moved here, I knew that dating a cop wouldn't be easy." He said, "Thank you for being so understanding." I said, "We still on for dinner tonight?" He said, "Definitely. Look at your gun in your hand again, Jordan." No matter what, I'll be there. Okay, I can't wait. I better get ready for work. I'm guessing you'll be gone by the time I'm done, so have a good day. Leah, you moved to LA and found a job in 4 months? That's crazy, girl. It can't be this economy. It can't be this job market in 2025. It must be a different job market. Okay, love you, Jordan. Love you too. Jordan said, "I hear the water in the bathroom running, and I know that Leah's distracted." Jordan, you still got that gun in your hand. Quickly, I open my sock drawer and search through it until I find what I'm looking for. Stuffed into a sock in the back. "You got a ring." Okay, Jordan. Some people may think that 6 months is too soon to get engaged, but for Leah and I, it feels just right. After all, we're not teenagers anymore. I know, you fell in love in 3 days. It's crazy. Don't worry, Leah. I promise you, this is one dinner I definitely won't be missing. That's my man, y'all. Okay, here go Aiden. "Dear V, it's been 6 months since you left me." I think this is the same thing, y'all. 6 months since you last spoke to me. Every day I've been thinking about what you said to me. Replaying those words over, yada yada. The therapist is great. Okay, y'all. We know this part. Therapist suggested I write this letter and not send it to let my feelings out. She's a nice girl, pretty smart, yada yada. Okay, Audrina. Yo, Audrina. We know, Aiden. We know. Bye, Aiden. We should have shot you and killed you.